There is the image of darkness in the Exodus and the Romans reading. In the Exodus passage, night is descending, and the Hebrew children who are enslaved in Egypt are instructed that they are to gather these unblemished sheep or goat and roast them according to God's instructions and eat the meal hastily in the darkness of the night. And they are told to eat it in haste. Men with sandals on their feet and with the staff in one hand, because God is about to intervene in their lives in such a way that a way is going to be opened up for them to move from slavery to freedom. But you remember a certain period in our history when a certain artist said, people get ready, there's a train coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. There was implied in that song that you need to be at the station when the train arrives, because if you don't get on board, it's going to take off without you, and you're going to be left standing in the same situation that you're complaining about right now. So this passage, in a way, is a ritualized enactment of what it meant for those Hebrews in that time to get ready when the freedom train came. And their readiness was determined by the instructions that God gave them. And if they followed those instructions, he says, this is going to be the first year in your calendar. In other words, time has changed for you. You don't even mark time in the same way. This is an example of the difference. Remember yesterday we were talking about the difference between Chronos and Kairos. Frederick Douglass writes in his autobiography, he said, you know, when I was in slavery, I didn't have any sense of time. We slaves didn't have a sense of time because one day ran into another relentless day. What that form of oppression imposes on you is a sense of timelessness. In other words, your today is the same as your yesterday, and your tomorrow is going to be just like today, because you should not expect any change in your circumstance. So our temporality, the way you experience time, is very intimately related with the way you experience God. And if God is a reality in your life, then you have a consciousness that a change is going to come. No matter how bleak your circumstances, no matter how bad your situation, no matter how definite the news you have received from the landlord, the doctor, or whoever else seems to impose an authority upon your life that closes off the possibility then you live with a sense of expectation, and so you eat the basic things of life with your sandals on because you're ready to take a journey.
All right, that is right. All right.
You're ready to move out of where you are. And you don't know when that door is going to open. But you're living with what somebody called revolutionary patience. You can't force the door open, but when the door opens, you're going to leap right through. I think our people need to know how to do that. In other words, you may have to ride on the back of the bus for all kinds of reasons. But when the opportunity arises through a conjunction of all sorts of stuff, you got to be ready to move to the front of the bus. Or else you're so used to riding on the back of the bus, there's seats in the front, and you standing in the back and don't know that you've become. Just choose your seat and sit down. So we're talking about internalized oppression. Internalized oppression. There are women who know what I'm talking about in abusive relationships. And say, I can't go, I can't get out, I can't leave. Well, the person that is abusing has gone to work. And there's no lock on the door. You could run out of there and go somewhere where you can't be found. But you've been conditioned, and there are systems in society that have imposed abuse on people so they stay exactly where they are and don't move from that street corner into the avenue of opportunity. When I was ministering in Marin City, Ginger, I saw people standing in front of playing dominoes in Marin City and drinking and doing other stuff right in Marin City, and didn't have no money. And I said, did you ever walk down Bridgeway and just walk down Bridgeway in Sausalito and window shop and look at the boats and enjoy the ocean? You know, I mean, you can do that and have a good time and sit on the bench with a peanut butter sandwich and enjoy what all the tourists are doing. Say, no, they don't let us down there. What do you mean they don't let us? You talking about 1940? They don't like us. Who cares whether they like you? Get up and go. So we have this darkness. Yes. And the symbolism of the darkness is the hardness of life. We don't know. It's dark, it's hard, there are problems, but God is announcing that look, the storm is passing over. The storm. As a matter of fact, it's dark and it's going to get a little bit worse because I'm God and I'm judging the nation.
That's right, that's right.
And see, I'm God, so when I come up, I judge the whole system.
That's right.
I'm judging America. So I'm judging the whole thing. So everybody's going to catch it for a little while. But I'm looking down while I'm judging. And I see that you put the blood in the lintel and you got blood on your doorpost. And so the storm is passing over. And I'm going to pluck you out. In other words, you ain't going to be destroyed by this judgment. And you see, America is undergoing judgment. The storm is passing over. But then Paul tells us in the Roman text to wake up. sleep. Sometimes when it's dark, you got to stay awake